Ouch. Trying to pull myself in. So we are on something called, what's it called again? Entities. I think it is. 1 second, I will let you know.
Show them how to put a link into their web pages. Well, then we'd need to be able to show them the A tag. So something like that to start off with. But of course, if we try and display that on our page, nothing appears. In fact, even if we just have an A tag on its own, like that, the browser won't display it because it thinks it's a bit of a...
So this one's symbols. So while that is talking,
for the character that you want to display, I wouldn't recommend learning these. I'd recommend
let's go
just remembering Google HTML entities.
TML.
Put a big list of all the ones that you want. So I'm going to go for the result here. W3 schools, as we saw before.
Right, so I've got
some of the most
space.
So you can see first off how we get
Tab.
so they all have an and symbol at the beginning.
No.
And then either a name or a number. And you can use either. I generally go for the name because it's a little bit easier to work out what it is rather than remembering what all the entity numbers are. So if we wanted to display this, then we want a less than sign first off,
so
which is and then less than, and then a semicolon there. So
right.
replace that with the and symbol. So shift 7
You're running away with it.
LT.
Okay, so it's HTML entities. Description is the arrows I keep mentioning, which is less than and greater than. Entity name is the symbol for and IT, and it's not a colon. It's not a colon. Okay, so I'll have to go back and see what he's on about there. Good evening. Why did you not do anything when you wasn't streaming? Because I had to go to the next village, and then I have been chatting with neighbour. Which is why I'm a little bit late. So if I rewind that, get off, man, get off. There we go. Rewind to there.
So what are HTML entities?
HTML entities in this one.
So let's say, for example, that we were writing a website teaching people how to code. It's to show them how to put a link.
1 second, I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit.
You need to be able to show them the A tag.
Yeah.
So something like that to start off with. But of course, if we try and display that on our page, nothing appears. And in fact, even if we just have an A tag on its own, like that, the browser won't display it because it thinks it's a bit of a link. So to get around that problem, and indeed to display any character we want, we use HTML entities. Now, it requires knowing the specific code for the character that you want to display.
Got you.
I wouldn't recommend learning these. I'd recommend
there's lots of them.
Just remembering that you can Google HTML entities and then you've got a big list of all the ones that you want. So I'm going to go for the result here, W3 schools, as we saw before, because it lists some of the most common ones. So you can see first off how we get these entities. So they all have an and symbol at the beginning, and then either a name or a number. And you can use either. I generally go for the name because it's a little bit easier to work out what it is rather than remembering what all the entity numbers are. So if we wanted to display this, then we want a less than sign first off, which is and then less than, and then a semicolon there.
Oh, it's a semicolon.
We'll just replace that.
Right. So it's colon, which is 2 dots, and semicolon.
I think LT, and then a colon there. So very quick challenge, and you replace this symbol, the greater than symbol, with the appropriate entity name.
Okay.
If you managed it.
So on the VS Code, let's go into that. So I've got head. Okay. What I'm doing is refreshing each one. So it's writing in VS Code alongside two of them are married. Head. So that's a space.
Simply and then greater than, and then.
Right, so less than. PITL. And greater than. So that's the title within the arrows. So that's both of them done. So less than, then your word. Right, so right, and then it's less than again. Forward slash. KITLE, and then less than, more than. And a semicolon at the back. Okay. 1, 2. Right. Enter. This one's body. One, two. Right. Okay. So now I have to find that. HTML entities. There we go. Web3, that's what he's asking. Right. Except all, yeah, okay. So once. Where are you? Less than and greater than. 2 keywords I must keep remembering. Right. Right, I'll write that in the back. So, arrow going that way is less than. less than its name. Is and so the semi's the one with a little bit on it, right? And greater than, which is that one, greater than and that one is no, it's GT, not GT. Semicolon. Okay. Back to there.
Then a colon there. Let's have a look then. Finally, we've got what we wanted, which was this A tag there.
So all that just for 2 arrows together. Wow. Okay. So yes. Very, very close to the end of HTML. I believe the next one after this is the putting everything together. What we got? Evening. This isn't gripping. No, it's not. You're right. It's not. So that's what you've got there. That there. And that's what I've done there. But there is other bits which I'll show you in 1 sec. That was one I did earlier. And the other one should be here. Yeah. So this is the one after what you're looking at on screen. That one there. So yes. I know it's not me playing the guitar and singing and everything. I know that. But this is adult education. What I'd like to be able to do is have a tripod here so you can see what's on screen as I'm typing it. Right, so back to that one. Body. So it's a space, and then I want to do what I've just written down. Right. 1. Okay. Is that what he puts there? Sure, it can't be. Where was that?
And then either a name or a number. And you can use either. I generally go for the name because it's a little bit easier to work out what it is rather than remembering what all the entity numbers are. So if we wanted to display this, then we want a less than sign first off, which is and then less than, and then a semicolon there. So I would just replace that with the and symbol, so shift 7 on most keyboards, I think, LT, and then a colon there. So very quick challenge. Can you replace this symbol, the greater than symbol, with the appropriate entity name?
Also, you only wanted to.
If you managed it, simply and then greater than, and then a colon there. Let's have a look then. Finally, we've got what we wanted, which was this A tag there. And then, of course, we could add the href equals http
All right.
google.com, something like that. If we wanted to, and then that would all appear very nicely. But HTML entities are not just for coding symbols. We can use them to put copyright symbols in our web pages, currency symbols, and
that's part of the test, well. The currency one.
We want to see all of the different entities that we can use. That top result here has them all, and there are many, many different entities that we might want to use. All right, so now you know how to add characters and other symbols to your web pages. We're nearly at the end of the HTML section, when we're going to be doing our big HTML project. See you in the next lecture.
That then loads up the test. Using the examples of HTTP, that doesn't make sense because it's HTTPS. Update the prices on the list to add pound, yen and euro in any order. Right. So, pound. Where's the pound? Right. Update the prices on the list to add the pound in any order. Right. Okay. That's that one in it. Yeah. back to that. So that's right. Oh, wrong one. Percentage. No, wrong one. It's just that by itself, isn't it? So I have a red line and I've got a normal one. Okay, what was that one? Euro. Right. Bosh. All right. So that's where it's asked. And that's a bit unconventional, but that's what it's asked. Oh well. I clicked submit. I've got it wrong. Instruction using example. Updated price on the list. Damn. Never mind. Yeah. There we go. So 9 is wrong. Ooh. But as I say, the test, the first bit seemed easy, but it doesn't appear to be. Are you going to be in when it comes out? Probably, yeah. I agree, Bok Bok. Almost at the next thing after what you've just seen on screen is the roundup of HTML, and then it's CSS. And CSS is going to be brand new. Right. What's making me wonder is there was 3 lines there, and 2 of those lines are correct. CSS takes 3 times as long as HTML, Paul. Right, okay. Interesting. So does each module, I think that's what they're called, modules. Does each module increase in length? Is that what you mean, Bok Bok? Just go round left up and get it done. Ah, right. So HTML is like the light version. Why don't you open a Newcastle United merch dropship store? Well, here's the point. I reckon St James's Park would not be too happy. You should be doing this off stream. Ah, yeah. Well, I was chatting to my neighbour, man. So, but you have seen 2 successful tests, so that's not too bad. It's not good. It's not brilliant. No. It would be way faster. Honestly, you'd be have all this done by now. Right. What time is it? So I need to eat as well. Right, you. So I'm going to have something to eat while I leave that on screen. Come back to it, and then video for you all. But starving. So thank you all for coming in. Chicken is for tea. Got chicken drumsticks and chicken nuggets as well. Yum yum. But thank you all for coming in. It's just I was chat to the neighbour. So yeah. Have a wonderful evening, everybody. See you all in the morning.